love it when members of my community email me with feedback about what they want to learn more about. And today's video is based on an email I received from a viewer about hating her job, but she's not ready to quit. So the email, just a little clip from it, reads that I hate my job, but I'm not ready to quit. Honestly, my job is fine, and I don't think that I'm burned out. I'm just in a mood where I hate it, and I really don't know why. What do you do when you hate your job, but you don't want to quit yet? Isn't this the kind of thing that would lead to burnout? Wise viewer, yes. And hating your job could lead to burnout. And there are preventative measures that you can take to not hate your job and learn to love it again. But this is a good catch. This is a great catch on talking about burnout prevention as well. So today in this video, I'm going to address this viewer's comment and talk about what happened to some of the millions of people who quit their job during the Great Resignation. I'm also going to give you my top 5 most common reasons people hate their job and how to fix them. And then finally, we will go through a list of deep dive questions that you can ask yourself to help figure out what it is that's really bothering you about your job, why you actually hate it. So first, let's talk about what happened to some of the millions of people who hated their jobs and quit them during the Great Resignation. When you're in limbo in this about your job and you're feeling like you hate it, that's a really stressful place to be. It's not like you can walk into your boss's office, plop down in a chair and say, I really hate my job, fix it, fix me. And complaining to your coworkers probably won't get you much genuine sympathy. To top it off, you are reading about the millions of people who have taken part in the Great Resignation. You know what? We are now starting to hear from some of these people that found out that they probably shouldn't have quit their jobs so quickly. They realized that they made a rash decision without thinking it all the way through. Oops. Okay, let's talk about what they may have missed or what you could actually be missing. There are a million reasons that you could hate your job. Some of them are totally valid, others might be a little bit questionable. But whatever the reason is, it could burn you out. Remember that it's stressful hating your job, and being stressed out can lead to burnout. And by the way, you don't have to wait for a job to kick your butt before you do something about it. I would say the biggest mistake people make when you hate your job is not asking yourself enough questions and figuring out what is truly motivating your displeasure. You may think it's the pay, but it could be something entirely unrelated. And you could be walking away from a job where you're familiar with the company, you've earned some tenure and credibility. You know, that's not always the smartest move. What's important to note here is that any one of these reasons that you hate your job could crop up in your next one if you don't identify what it is specifically that is bothering you about your current role. Okay, let's move on to the top 5 reasons people hate their job. Common reason number 1, you're in a rut. Your job feels like Groundhog Day. You go to work, you see the same people, do the same thing every day and every week. This is actually harmful for a few reasons. You become disengaged, the quality of your work suffers, you don't feel challenged, and you aren't learning new skills. Most of this is actually fixable by you because you stopped investing in yourself. You stopped asking questions, lost your curiosity, or got too comfortable. You stopped looking for ways to be more effective and efficient. Or you may have even lost sight of your job, or the potential of your job, I should say, or the impact that it has on other people. I say this one is fixable by you because you have to make the decision to reinvest in your job and figure out where that personal inspiration is going to come from. Your boss can't do that for you. It would be more impactful after you've made, these discoveries and these decisions, to have a conversation with your boss or even another business owner, if you're a business owner, to find out what steps you could take with their guidance. Is there a new project that you would like to participate in? Do you need to trade or delegate job responsibilities? What new skill set would put more zing in your step? Common reason number 2 that people hate their jobs is that you're watching what your friends are doing with their careers. And maybe you're seeing your friends make more money, earn promotions, buying a nice car, taking fancy vacations, and you want that too. Comparing yourself is totally natural. We all do it, right? But it shouldn't be the basis of your decision making. Sure, it could inspire you to make some changes, but you have to remember that you aren't quite dealing with all the facts. You don't know what sacrifices they made to earn that promotion, or what debt they may be piling on with that new car or fancy vacation. Heck, they may not even like this new promotion or this new job, or they took the promotion or the new job for all the wrong reasons. You're making judgments based on surface information and possibly based on emotions. Envy, jealousy. What helps here is to recognize their success is not your failure. Got nothing to do with it. What is going on in another person's professional life has absolutely nothing to do with yours. Common reason number 3 people hate their job: your confidence is in the crapper. The average workplace is full of confidence killers. This could include feelings of perfectionism, having a boss that micromanages you and questions every decision you make, clients that are always complaining, your own fear of failure, or feeling disengaged from your job or your own team. A lack of confidence in your work is another one of those things that you can actually fix. Others can show you and tell you that you're doing a good job, but you actually have to be open-minded enough and have the right mindset to be really accepting and feeling of those words. So some things that you could do to build your confidence is cut out your negative internal language. Stop downplaying your contributions or apologizing before you speak. You are not only saying to yourself that you don't matter, but you're saying that to others too. Set goals that are in alignment with what you actually want. There is nothing worse than working for something that somebody else wants and the work that you do not really being a fit. Make sure that you are using your natural talents and strengths. We often get caught doing work that highlights our weaknesses. So shift your focus to work and tasks that are in your wheelhouse. You will feel good and look good. All right, common reason number 4 that people hate their jobs. You never leave your work at work. It is not easy to turn your brain on and off. It's not like a switch. And it's impossible to control when inspiration is going to strike. But some of you also even just feel compelled to always be on. You have to take a break. You just have to sometimes. It's imperative to create a boundary between your work and you. It's exhausting to always be on or to think that you are the only person that can handle most of the problems that come up. Look for cutoff points and opportunities to delegate some work. If you aren't in charge, talk to your boss about your inability to switch things off. Maybe you have an unrealistic expectation that they can help you manage. This is something that has always been a big problem for me, always feeling like I need to be around or always be on. And I have had to prove to myself that I am not needed and that the world won't end if I'm not available. So over the years, I've done things like completely turn my phone off for one night just to see what happens, or asked a trusted colleague to talk me off of a ledge. And I've even asked a particular client that was giving me a headache how we could work together better. And finally, common reason number 5 people hate their jobs. You don't know why you do your job. This is one of my favorite aha moments in people. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I do love it when a person realizes that they don't know why they do what they do, because the answer often reignites their passion in new and different ways. And that's really fun to watch. It's so easy to lose our compass because of how fast and how busy this world is these days, so don't feel bad if this happens. When you lose your why, you can easily become disengaged with your work, unhappy with your outcomes, toxic to your coworkers and your clients, or even complacent in your work. Finding your why often gives you that motivation and that inspiration to move forward, and it reinvigorates you to seek new meaning in your work. It also helps you be inspired to learn a new skill or find out what you still don't know about your field. We could all benefit from having this conversation with ourselves on a regular basis. Talk about or go through some questions that you might want to ask yourself if you're considering quitting your job or if you hate your job, because you're really the only person who knows why you hate your job. And truthfully, you are the only one who can get the ball rolling on fixing this. The point of going through these questions is to figure out really what is bothering you, where the source of hating your job comes from. And I will also post these questions in the show notes so that you don't have to worry about scribbling stuff down. So question number 1 is, why did you take this job? Why do you do this work? Or why are you in this field? If you could do absolutely anything else, what would it be? What are the expectations of you every day? Are they too much? Are they too little? What is one thing about your job that you would like to change? What is one thing about you or how you work that you would like to change? How well do you do your job? What could you be doing better, or what could you spend less time on? How does this job fit in with your long-term career plans? How are you still learning new things that are related to your job or your career path? Maybe you like the work, but the employer isn't a great match. Is there an employer that would be a better fit for you? Is there another place you would like to live and do this work? How long do you intend to stay in this job? Is there potential for promotion? Or do you even want to be promoted and be given more responsibility and be responsible for other people's career path? How do you feel about managing others? Do you feel appreciated and valued by your company and or your boss? Do you trust your boss, your coworkers, other employees? Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and tell a friend about it as well. And I would love to hear your thoughts, so be sure to give me some feedback in the comments. Until next time.